There's no reconciliation without truth. These 215 children brought out that truth. The psychological and the mental abuse in there was very traumatizing on my self-esteem and my identity. Because if you're named like, you're a sinner, you're dirty Indian, you're no good for nothing. Like, just telling a little girl, like all those, like, for 9 years, I came out of there with really, really low self-esteem. I went there speaking Soto. I came out speaking only English. I don't know my language. I experience hearing loss. I have hearing aids that I wear because of the blows and the hits to the head. We experience all levels of abuse. We were beaten if we spoke our language.
Of course, we also know that residential schools were only one piece of a larger colonial system, and the work to right these wrongs, both past and present, is far from over.
These little ones, these precious little ones who were buried unceremoniously with disrespect and disregard, are giving us a real opportunity to reflect again on who we are. For the Roman Catholic Church to continue not to apologize, I think will be a crime. They have to apologize. I'm talking about the Pope now.
Because in 2016, I wrote a message to Pope Francis, and it was sent to him, and we never received a response back.
As a Catholic, I am deeply disappointed by the position that the Catholic Church has taken now and over the past many years.
My experience in residential school, I carried it alone for a long time. I never shared with my children or my family or even with my siblings. There's stories yet that haven't been heard. And now is the time. The world, the world's watching. Canada needs to be held responsible.